Amanda poem written by Robert Klein. Poem number 6 for class 10 in their subject English. Presented and prepared by VGR. Now about the poet. Robin McMaw Klein is an Australian author of the books for children. She was born on 28 February 1936 in Kempsey, New South Wales, Australia, and now resides near Melbourne. Her notable works: Heading Alison Ashley, which is also converted into film with the name Delta Goodrem, and Halfway Across the Galaxy. Poet's early life and works. Robin Klein was one of 9 children. She had her first short story published at the age of 16. She worked in a number of jobs before becoming an established writer, including tea lady at a warehouse, bookshop assistant, nurse, copper enamelist, and program aide at a school for disadvantaged children. In 1981, she was awarded a Literature Board grant for writing, and since then, she has had more than 20 books published. Several of her books have been shortlisted for the CBCA Children's Book of the Year Award, including Heading Alison Ashley and Halfway Across the Galaxy and Turn Left. Klein's novel Came Back to Show You I Could Fly won a Human Rights Award for Literature in 1989 and also won the 1990 CBCA Children's Book of the Year Award. Older readers. It was filmed as Say a Little Prayer in 1993. Before we entering into the poem, we will get some common features what the poet want to convey to the readers. The poem is in conversational tone or conversational style. The speaker of the poem is Amanda's parents, especially maybe her mother. Through the speaker's view, the readers get the idea about Amanda's behavior, attitude, thoughts, and her condition in her home as a girl child. By the constant instructions and checking and nagging and strict behavior from her parents to shape her better and success future in the society, that which leads the child to frustrated, fed up her life and longing for freedom, which she feels as curtailed without the realization of her parents' love towards her troubleless life in her future. In this poem, you can find out the relationship between a daughter and the parents revealed, and Amanda never speaks a word in this poem, but her thoughts expressed through stream of consciousness technique. That means in the dream world, everything whatever she feels, it should be expressed in a dream manner, a daydreamer. The poem reflects that the relationship between the parents and the child and how parents turn to be a best guide, caretaker, and try to provide all benefits for the child and also a good citizen for the society too. These are the ideas we are getting after reading this poem, Amanda. Central idea or theme of the poem. The poem deals with the upbringing of a small child, Amanda. It highlights the struggles faced by the child. Poet Robin Klein makes an important point that a child should never be denied freedom. Though it is parents who are responsible for proper upbringing of a child, but that should not make a child feel trapped. Here, Amanda is prepared to be acceptable in society, and this training needs her freedom to be cut short. Her imagination is not given enough space, thus making her so angry that she wishes to be an orphan. The continuous nagging has thus made her moody. Now we are entering into the first stanza of the poem, Amanda. Stanza 1. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. Here you can able to see the picture of a girl who is biting her nails. And here you can able to see the hunchback. This is a normal structure of a body and after getting hunchback. And here also you can able to see the picture of the hunchback of a man who is sitting in a slouching condition. Hunch means bending the upper portion of a body in forward position. If you continue sit in that kind of position, you will get a hunchback. Slouching means to stand or sit or move lazily in downward direction. In this stanza, you can find Amanda, Amanda, straight, Amanda. So the rhyme scheme of the stanza is A, B, A. In this stanza, the writer tries to explain these points. Amanda is getting instructed, most probably by her parents, for biting nails and sitting lazily with her shoulders bent. The tone of instructions here is not friendly any sense to Amanda. The poet here focuses on the aspects related to the upbringing of a child, especially a girl child, and how parents go to any limit to bring a proper sense to the child. Amanda is thus getting trained for the society she is a part of. The pressure of making oneself presentable to the society primes over every other behavior and manners. The last phrase or word, Amanda, is used with an exclamation mark which shows the irritation and frustration of the parent. Now we are entering into the stanza 2. This stanza is introduced in the form of parenthesis, otherwise called brackets. In this bracket, whatever they have written, this is the thought that running in the mind of Amanda. Otherwise, stream of consciousness technique is used in these lines. So they have introduced in the bracket. The lines are like this. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid, drifting blissfully. Here languid means relaxed or without any force or interest. Emerald sea here means a green color of the water in the sea. Here in the picture you can able to see the picture. The water of the sea is in green color. Emerald is a stone, a green color stone or gem which the color of the green is compared to the water here. Soul means lonely or alone. Inhabitant means resident. Mermaid means an imaginary sea creature having a woman's head and body with a fish tail instead of legs. Here you can able to see the picture of a mermaid whose body is in the form of human and head and the body, and the leg part is converted into fish tail. Drifting means floating, a slow and steady movement. Here you can able to see the picture. The mermaid is drifting. That means slowly moving in the surface of the water very happily. Very slowly it's floating on the water. So blissfully means happily. So in this stanza, you can find that ending of the words are ending in a sound. See, me, flee, e. So here we able to give the rhyme scheme see. Now we are entering into the explanation of this stanza 2. Here above lines in brackets or parentheses, that means Here the poet uses it to present the imagination of the little girl, the free flow of pure thoughts. Amanda uses her imagination as an escape point from day-to-day commands of her parents. She feels suffocated in the real world and thus finds peace in her very own created world where there are no restraints. Amanda is lost in a world of her own, away from the disorders and principles of the society. She imagines herself to be a joyful mermaid sailing without any confines alongside soft waves of the green sea. This world of Amanda is free and contained in itself, and her happiness doesn't require any other human being. For a child, mermaid is a symbol of freedom and wonder. Another meaning that is attached to the mermaid is that they don't wish to be disturbed. That means human. That means in this poem, parents. As they live in their own environs and would do anything to be like that. So the child wished to be a mermaid in the stanza. Now we are entering into the stanza number 3. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Here, tidy means to be in right order. That means by making clean and neat, by dusting and making the things to be in a proper arrangement, you can call it as tidy. Here you can able to see the picture that a girl who is doing the homework, that the mother is asking whether she have finished her homework or not. And the next picture you can able to see the girl is tidying her room. And the rhyme scheme of this poem is in the stanza is A, A, D, A. Explanation of stanza 3 is Amanda is now being asked about whether she has finished her homework or tidied up her room and also whether she has cleaned her shoes or not. These setup instructions marks a shift from the instructions given in the stanza number 1. Now Amanda is being coached about the things that are related to her surroundings. The pattern of instructions explains that how every aspect of her is related to questioning and proper guidance. She is being disciplined for every little thing, making her lose every aspect of hers. Her innocence is eventually getting lost with the passage of time. The way these instructions are delivered points out the regular nature of these lessons. The parent seems to be losing their cool mind and are troubled. They are helpless in bringing correct senses to the girl as she is not paying proper heed to the instructions given by them, means parents. Now we are entering into the stanza number 4. Here again, the parenthesis is introduced to show the thoughts running in the mind of Amanda. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed, bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Orphan means a child whose parents are either dead or gone missing. Here you can able to see the picture of an orphan girl who is standing alone in the street. Here also a girl who is in need of a mother because she is an orphan. Roaming means to move about aimlessly, especially over a wide area. Hushed means very quiet and still. Bare means something not clothed or covered. In this picture, you can able to see a girl who is enjoying the silence as a golden and enjoying the freedom considered to be the sweetest sweet for her. And the rhyming scheme used in this poem, in this stanza is E, 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 because every word that ends in eat, eat, eat. So E, E, E. Amanda is again lost in her own world. After getting a fresh list of instructions from her parents, she wishes to be away from this daily routine life. The very first line is awfully depressing, where Amanda hopes to be an orphan, suggesting how much depressed she is because of her parents. This is indeed a very sorry place for a child to be in. Parents should be very careful in making their kids understand the ways of the world. While doing so, they should so respect their child's awareness about the things around them and their society. Amanda perceives herself as an orphan roaming on the streets, moving aimlessly without any purpose. She seems happy as she draws patterns using her bare feet. That means making drawing with her toes without any chappal or without any thing in their feet. That means bare feet. Patterning of dust by Amanda is important here as it brings order to the carefree world of hers. That means it shows that she is in her own world. She's daydreaming. The shouting and yelling of her parents are too harsh for her to bear that. She desires for this calmness, or her inner peaceful free mind recalls the value of silence as gold and the sweet taste of freedom in her life. Now we are entering into the stanza number 5. Don't eat the chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Here, acne means a common skin disease characterized by pimples, especially on the face. Here you can able to see the picture of a girl who is in fond of the chocolate. And in the second picture, you can able to see a girl who is having acne in her face, especially on the cheeks. And in the third picture, you can able to see that mother is talking with the child, but she's not at all looking at the mother's face. The rhyme scheme used in the stanza is A, F, A. The set of instructions provided here indicates how much essential it is for Amanda to understand the value of external beauty and steps to be taken to preserve it start from very tender age, especially for a girl. Amanda is stopped by her parents from eating a chocolate as previously that had caused her acne. Here we see how a child is made conscious of a natural experience such as acne. However, Amanda is still lost in her own thoughts and doesn't care enough to look up to her scolding parents. This carelessness further angers the parents and they ask for her attention when she is being scolded. The role of appearance in the society is given more significance than the basic values and creativity. Now we are entering into stanza number 6. Again, the stanza number 6 introduced in the form of parentheses or brackets, which shows these are the thoughts running in the mind of Amanda while her mother is scolding at her. I am a Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in the tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Tranquil means calm, quiet, or free from any trouble or anxiety. You are to be in peaceful state of mind. And Rapunzel, the theme of this Rapunzel story related to freedom. Rapunzel is the name of a German fairy tale character who was made to live alone in a high tower and had very long, beautiful golden hair which grows and glow in bright gold when she sings a special song known as Healing Incantation. She was held captive by a witch, Dame Gothel, who used to come up to the tower by climbing her long hair. The only way one could make contact with her was only using her 70 feet long hair, which stands as the symbol of her guardian's trust and has the magical power. That means the magic that uses as an ability to heal the sick, wounded, and who have just died to life. Here you can able to see the picture of a tower. Inside the tower you can able to see the Rapunzel, who is having a 70 feet long golden and bright hair. And here also you can able to see the witch, who is called as Dame Gothel witch, and it is a picture again zoomed. Here you can able to see the tower. Inside that you can find out Rapunzel, who is having a long beautiful golden hair. By using this hair, the witch enter into the tower. This is the picture you can able to see in the third also. And the rhyme scheme of this stanza is rare, care, hair. So I have given G, G, G. Amanda pictures has herself to be the long golden-haired Rapunzel who lived in a castle and had no care about anything. Amanda imagines that the life of Rapunzel must have been very peaceful and fantastic in the tower, but she wishes to evade the fate that was meted out to Rapunzel as she is unwilling to let her hair down. Amanda doesn't want her peace to be disturbed anyhow. She seeks a life which is away from any other human form. We can see here how the presence of her parents and their inhuman behavior had made her against any human connection. In the story of Rapunzel, it is because of a prince that Rapunzel is able to understand and receive happiness, but Amanda doesn't require any prince in this poem, even though she's totally unaware about the feelings of love. The terrific effect of her parents' teaching on Amanda can be seen pretty apparently. Hence, she only wanted to live by herself as the presence of another being in her life would require her to act in a certain way. Amanda wanted to live free and happy, and the stanza is revealed. Now we are entering into the stanza number 7. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you. Amanda, sulking means upset about something, or to be angry, or be in a bad mood, or bending. Nagged here means scolded. Yeah, to irritate by complaining about his or her attitudes again and again. In this picture, you can able to see the girl who is in a sulking condition, and in the next picture, you can able to see the mother is nagging at the girl. And the rhyme scheme used in the stanza is A, A, H, A. The parents keep instructing Amanda on the do's and don'ts, but Amanda remains lost in her own dream world. The parents believe that Amanda is not reacting because she is annoyed. Amanda's behavior has made her parents look bad, and they are worried about their image. They are concerned about how society will perceive them if their child always remains in a foul mood. They want to prove themselves as responsible parents who manage to balance out what the child wants and what the society expects out of Amanda. However, they have failed in their efforts at present. Now we are entering into the poetic device. In this poem, you can come across alliteration. Stop that slouching and sit up straight. In this line, the letter yes is repeated. Alliteration technique is used. In the next line, I thought, I told, the word I and tt, is repeated. And in the another stanza, stop that sulking at once, Amanda. Yes, S is repeated. So alliteration technique is used in the poem. A repetition is also used. The word Amanda is repeated the whole poem. And in some stanza, you can identify the word don't is repeated and that is repeated. So repetition technique is also used by the author in this poem. Anaphora is also used in the poem. In that stanza, did you and did you is repeated. So anaphora is used by the poet. And the contractions is also used in between in the stanzas, like don't instead of do not. I am, they have used am, and I will, I'll, and you are, you are. So these are the contractions introduced inside the stanzas. And allusions technique is also used in the poem, like mythological characters like a mermaid, which like to be free and contained in their own. It's also taken from a fairy tale. And Rapunzel, it is also taken from a German fairy tale. The Rapunzel who want to live happily alone in the captive tower for a long time. So these are the poetic devices used in the poem. And the other poetic device used in the poem is metaphors. The word like orphan, lang with emerald sea, silence is golden and freedom is sweet. In these lines, metaphors you can find out. Orphan means she is comparing her life to an orphan. Orphan means who don't have nagging parents, don't have parents above their heads as Amanda. And languid emerald, see here you can find languid and emerald means a green color, valuable and precious stone or gem. And that type of quality is assigned to the sea, and silence is golden. Here, the yellow color, valuable or precious, pure gold, is compared to a peaceful, calm, and quiet, pure, undisturbed, valuable or precious life of Amanda. And freedom is sweet. Here, the sweet taste is compared to the sweet, free, and happy life. The taste of the life is introduced. In this poem, imagery technique is also used by the poet. The lines like drifting blissfully. It carries the readers to be in the water who is also floating in the water in happy mood. It creating a imagery, a scenic in their mind. So imagery is also used in the poem. And rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, C, 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 A, D, A, E, E, A, F, A, G, D, G, A, H, A. We can also find out in the alliteration and repetition technique, assonance technique and consonance technique is also used. Like in stanza 1, line 2, the sound O is repeated. And in stanza 3, in line 3, O and Y, instead of Y, I sound is repeated. O and I is repeated. In stanza 5, line number 3, the sound O is repeated. In the same manner, consonant sound is also repeated. In stanza number 6, line number 3, R sound is repeated. So assonance and consonant technique is also used in this poem by the author. Thank you all of you. I hope you understand a few things about Amanda and this poem and the explanation and the poetic device. Thank you. If you like, please subscribe my video. Thank you.